Hey you, welcome to the cream-based bus. Come on in, let's make some mocktails. We have 3 recipes for you today, all of which we found on TikTok and you can find linked in the description below. The first one that we'll get into is a cranberry rosemary fizz.
We also have an orange cinnamon thyme drink and a lime blackberry frozen mojito style.
While we're making these mocktails, we plan to answer some questions as well. So let's jump right in.
The first step in the cranberry fizzy drink is to make a rosemary thyme syrup. So that's what we've got going on right now.
It's pretty simple. Water, sugar, rosemary, and thyme. Let it simmer for a little bit and let it cool down.
While that's boiling, we are going to start on the other drink, which is an apple cinnamon drink, not orange.
Let's get into it. So there's a lot of preparation that goes into a finely made drink. We've got the rosemary syrup going, and we are dehydrating some oranges. We're going to dehydrate them as quickly as we can, so they may not look dehydrated, they may look glazed, but that's fine.
That sounds delicious.
So we're just cutting them as thin as possible. So that they cook quick. Rosemary thyme simple syrup. Check.
Wow, we have a lot of it.
Let's set this in the fridge to cool.
We are going to be boiling this basil for a minute, as the instructions say, and then blanching it, and this will keep the very green color when we mix it into our blended drink.
What if we not only took the alcohol out of cocktails, but we added in extra benefits?
With this basil blackberry drink, there's actually 2 layers, and so you have to make each one separately. First, we're going to use all this basil that we cooked and blanched. Just get it out of here, put it in there. Next step is coconut milk, some freshly ground salt, just a pinch, and a tablespoon of honey.
It seems as though we used either too much coconut milk or not enough basil, so we're going to put the rest of what we have in there and hopefully it'll turn green instead of white still.
Come on, basil. Hers looks so creamy, though. There's just like pieces of basil in here.
We don't have a good blender?
No, we have a great blender.
So what's the problem then?
I don't know, but we'll just keep blending.
The next component is making the blackberry. It's basically a smoothie. Let's be real.
Tell them all the ingredients.
Blackberries, lime juice, honey, and salt. Wait, why isn't ours even separating into 2 colors?
It should be separated into 2 colors.
One on the inside. I haven't even tasted the drink yet, but this recipe is a fail based on how it looked and how it turned out. Should I mix it?
What do you think? It's good?
It's pretty good. I kind of want to stir it up though.
Okay.
actually good. Your thoughts?
Oh, it's awful.
Really?
It's really bad, you guys.
Why do you keep drinking it then?
I'm hoping there's a good spot. It's not great.
You don't like it?
It's not great.
Okay.
It looks absolutely delicious.
It's pretty good.
There was a couple things that kind of
It's
like
not mocktail-y.
got me weird.
It's a smoothie.
The coconut milk we used was half the amount, and it was still super runny.
It tastes basil-y, but hers was more green, and ours was more chunky.
Yeah.
I like it. You don't like it?
Nope, you can have that one.
Okay. I would drink this for breakfast. This is not a mocktail. This is not what I envision a mocktail, but this is a delicious breakfast. Another question we got was, what has been the best part of living on the bus so far? For those of you new to this channel, Jalen and I have been living in our self-converted school bus for a year now, since November of 2022, but we've been traveling in it since January of 2023. And I would say the best part of living in a bus is just the accessibility to go visit your friends and family you might not see every day, people who have moved and started lives of their own, and we actually have a whole video on that on our channel, just about our favorite part of bus life. But that has been something really beautiful to me, being able to visit family and have all your own amenities, have your pets, your comfortable space, be able to work while you're there, and get to spend that time with them still and not impede on anyone else's space. While our oranges are not dehydrated, they are as ready as they'll be for this video. So up next is our maple apple drink. The ones that didn't burn don't look so good. So up next is the cinnamon, actually it doesn't say, sparkling maple apple mocktail.
Sparkling apple maple mocktail.
This one goes straight in the glass. We are using we don't have many clear glasses, so we're trying to do our best so that you can really see the drink. Alright, get out the ice cubes. We pre-prepared a bunch of ice cubes, none for this drink, but we have some with blackberries in it, which I realized we didn't need, and then we have cranberry rosemary ones as well for the next drink.
Blackberries in this one? No.
No.
It's too much.
No, just the plain ones.
Gotta get that in there.
Yeah.
One.
This is a little New York City glass that my friends got for me when I moved out of New York.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm dropping cranberries.
This is our Amber Vermont maple syrup from our trip this summer. I think we're just gonna go for it, right? Okay. What is next? I don't know who picked these recipes, okay? But this one is maple syrup with apple juice, apple cider, and some cinnamon. My mom used to always buy this when I was younger. It was like she would drink champagne, I would drink sparkling apple cider. This feels like a really sweet one.
Just sprinkling.
Cinnamon pisses me off because it doesn't mix in.
No.
But anyways, and you know mocktails are all about the garnish. That's what's gonna make this drink come to life. Wish you were here having one. So Jalen and I are not huge drinkers. We also don't really like to drink water. Because of that, I've really been wanting to try out some mocktail recipes so we can still feel like we're having fun and enjoying something for ourselves without drinking alcohol. I don't know if any of these will be winners or staples in our mocktail nights, but I'm glad we're giving it a try.
Alright, give it a sip.
Time went like straight up my nose. I mean, it's delicious. It just tastes like apple.
Okay.
It feels fancy. I like it.
It does look fancy. This probably is the best one. Alright, let me get in there. It's good.
I like the cinnamon on the lips.
Yeah, I definitely like this one much better, and it's closer to an actual mocktail.
Yeah.
I like the bubbles.
Yeah.
I like the choice of garnishes. It's just refreshing. And it definitely reminds you of being a kid and having some kind of cider or something around your family. It felt so hardcore.
It's very fall.
I'm going to drink the whole thing.
He really is going to drink the whole thing. We have got one mocktail recipe left. But before that, let's answer a question.
Let's answer a question. Another question that we received was, what is a challenge that you have overcome while being on the road?
Also, I just want a PSA. We just got this. We're gonna try not to blind you. We just got this little box light, and we have no idea how to do lighting or where to put it.
We've never even thought about lighting.
So apologies if the lighting's all over the place. We're gonna get it down. It was a new purchase as of last night.
We have to figure out how to utilize this space as, like, in a vlogger sense. Like, the lighting has to be right, and yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. The energy's gotta be right.
We're mainly daytime vloggers, daytime filmers. We like to go out and be active during the day, but we work 9 to 6, and so our Vlogmas needs to happen after work. So
Sure.
we're really trying to learn how to use a camera in more dark settings and in the nature of our bus where things come out very orange all the time. Yeah, I'll let you answer your question.
A challenge that we had to face and overcome. Okay, something that kind of just comes to the top of my head is, because the cats just ran past me, is the cats wondering, like, the right amount of getting them out of the house, even though I know that they'd rather be out of the bus without a collar on, out of their castle, just free roaming, and kind of having to, like, take a step back and keep them close by. After Smokey got in his accident last year, it left us really concerned about letting them be as free as they want to be. And so that's a challenge that I still face, is like, should we let them out? How much do we have to watch them if we are letting them out? Watching Smokey be upset in the castle, but being like, this is what you get. Like, I don't know.
This is better than being inside still.
Yeah. But that's a challenge that I face right now.
Speaking of lighting, our camera light died, so we're back to normal camera settings. But what I was saying when I was cleaning up is that another struggle that I found on the road is not being able to compost. When we were living in a house, we were composting all the time, but since being on the road, you don't have a space where you can, churn compost, make it to dirt. That takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of space. And so we've been in the winter throwing certain scraps into the fire, and in the summer just throwing it away. Something we've also recently been doing is saving our veggie scraps in the freezer to make a stock out of, and we're almost ready for that. So I'm very excited. I haven't done this before, but maybe we'll make a video about it.
I'm stoked. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully delicious.
We're cleaning up a little bit, and then we're going to get started on drink number 3. Jalen caught me eating the dehydrated oranges. They're like candies, and he thought I was crazy, but now he's obsessed.
That's pretty good. 2 drinks down, 1 to go.
What do we need for this one?
This one is the cranberry fizz drink. So we'll need
Rosemary, cranberries, our special ice
cubes, and the syrup that we made.
This one actually has like ounces and stuff. 1 ounce of cranberry juice, a half an ounce of rosemary thyme syrup, sparkling water, and then garnish with rosemary sprig, and that's it. Perfect.
And cranberry juice.
Yes. And we're reusing our cup.
Cranberry juice, sparkling water,
Rosemary thyme syrup.
and our cute little cranberry rosemary eggs. First up, cranberry rosemary. These are absolutely adorable. They almost look like cherries inside with the rosemary.
I want to eat them.
Yeah, they look great. Just fill it up with those.
This is fun. I've never infused ice before, but it just adds a little special something.
No, I want to make a point that this is the closest one for me to like an actual mocktail.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the actual care that goes into it. You have to make a simple syrup, infuse simple syrup,
And it's not going to be super sweet. Like the apple one was apple juice, apple cider, already so sweet, plus maple syrup. That's like unnecessary sugar. This is cranberry juice with 0 grams of added sugar.
No,
typically
you have
tart.
this.
And you have this. Yeah.
So you can dilute it how
And then
you want it, whether it be
plain
more
seltzer.
sweet or less.
Yeah. I agree.
1 ounce. 1 ounce.
Half an ounce. Okay, and seltzer. That's everything. And then we gotta garnish it.
Looks amazing. Yep, that's the one for me. Haven't even tasted it yet. And I know this one, that's what it's supposed to be like. It's good. It needs a little bit more. You gotta darken it up.
That's fair. We don't have exact measurements, even though they would give it to us.
This one definitely feels, because of the
Bubbles.
almost like bite of the bubbles.
Yeah, the carbonation.
And feels more this holiday. The last one was delicious, but felt more like an autumn thing. This feels more like a Christmas thing.
It's like tart.
Yeah, and I guess this one you kind of just make it how you like it.
And you do my mom's special trick to mix things with a knife.
The special trick. Alright, you guys. Now for the final test. Rankings.
So we've made all 3 mocktails, and I think you've got a good idea of our ranking order. But we can go individually. Do you want to go 1, 2, 3,
rank them 1 to 3,
1 out
and
of
then
10?
we'll rank them 1 to 3 out of the 3, and then we'll also give it a score.
Individual.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to go first?
Sure. In first place, I'd have to say the apple one was my favorite. Second place, cranberry, and the third, I wouldn't even put this on the list.
In terms of feeling light and refreshing and knowing what's in it, I want to put cranberry first, although I do think the apple one tasted better, and it was hard to go from apple to cranberry because this was like so sweet that I wanted something that sweet.
Yep.
But in terms of what is healthiest and delicious, cranberry, then apple, and then the smoothie.
On a mocktail scale, I still put this one pretty high. I'd put it at like, out of 1 out of 10, I'd put it at like an 8, I think. For comforting, sweet, delicious.
Nostalgic.
That one's really high.
I would also put it at an 8.
Nice. This middle one here, not a mocktail, not a good smoothie for me. I would put it probably a 2. I'd give it a 2.
Wow. In terms of mocktails, I would also give it a 3, but in terms of smoothies, I would give it like a 7.
I think it's a really good smoothie.
It's a good smoothie. I would drink this for breakfast, yes. Absolutely.
All right. And this cranberry one, I give it, what did I say were my original one? 7? I gave that a 7.
You give that an 8.
I give this an 8 for sure. I wanted to make sure. I'll put this at a 6.5.
I would give it a 7.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's missing something.
But it's also the closest to a real cocktail.
Yeah.
And the care put into making the ice cubes and everything.
I love the ice
that's one of my
cubes.
favorites because of that. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, remember to give it a like. And if you like the channel, give it a subscribe. We'd love to have you here. If you have any questions for us, feel free to hit the comments. We always comment back and respond to what you guys have to say, and it means a lot to us.
We'll see you for Vlogmas tomorrow.
See you for Vlogmas tomorrow. Cheers.